What's going on, guys? Chaseontwowheels here at Mountain Motorsports, back for another first ride. Now, in front of us, guys, the guys and I were lucky enough for Venom, the motorsports company, to send out their X22. To be clear, this bike is not sold by Mountain Motorsports. We're just here to do the first ride. Venom actually sent this bike out. They did not pay us to do this video. It is not sponsored. They just sent the bike out to do the first ride. This is a Chinese 125cc street legal motorcycle. I literally got it titled yesterday. This thing cost $1,800, guys. $1,799 to be exact. And you can get a street legal motorcycle. Now, the question is, what kind of motorcycle do you get for $1,799? That is what we are going to find out in this first ride today. So, without further ado, I don't think there's anything to do but to get this thing going, guys. Before we do, please hit that like button. Actually, no, don't hit it. Smash that like button for this first ride, and let's get it going. Guys, that's the sound check. That's the cinematics of it. Let's get on it. All right, let's turn it off since the battery don't die or anything. Let's get the kickstand up. Kickstand is a little hard to push in. It's takes a little bit of energy. As far as heights, I'm 5'10". I have a 32-inch inseam, and I've got super bent legs, so this thing is going to be totally fine for shorter people, and it is. It feels like it weighs nothing. It's hilarious. All right. And, guys, we got this thing brand new in the box. If you guys haven't seen, we did an unboxing video. We on? There we go. We did an unboxing video. This thing literally comes in a crate shipped to your home. The guys and I did it in the garage. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. All of my guys from Wreck Bike Rebuild Garage, the show where we take wreck bikes, turn them into dream bikes, and we actually give them away to the people that support that show. All my team and I put this thing together. Woo! All right, 125cc, baby. Let's get going. So the peg is not spring-loaded, so it doesn't fall back into place. Whatever, man. What? There she blows. Ow! All right. Visor down. We got some serious riding to do, boys. All right. Remember, guys, this thing has a Grom-sized engine, and it is a full-size motorcycle. It is a 125cc single-cylinder with 4-speed transmission. We are in 4th gear going 450, baby. Killing the game. Oh, my God. All right, guys, so we're here on the Venom X22, the $1,800 motorcycle, on the city streets, and it is vibrating like hell. Oh my gosh, the fairings are vibrating so freaking much. That is insane. Woo! We actually have surprisingly dual front rotors up front for the brakes. That's on a 125. The majority of the, I don't know if any of the 300s have dual front rotors, so the fact that this thing has dual front rotors is hilarious. As you guys can see, we've got 42 miles on the tach. We have put every single one of those miles on this thing. So as far as the controls, guys, super basic. You don't have anything special up here. You do have a gas gauge, which is nice. You know, it's only recent that motorcycles have been having gas gauges, so there's that. And you guys can see with a 125 engine, we're on the city and I'm full throttle and through every gear to go through traffic. But I gotta tell you, it's hilarious to ride. Like, it's so cool because this thing doesn't compete with all the other bikes. Alright, let's go back into stereotypical first ride. Let's talk about body position real quick. I am similar to more of like a naked bike. I'm relatively upright. I've got a comfortable seat. My arms are just slightly down, and I'm only very lightly leaned over. Now, the really nice thing is the seat's wide enough and big enough to where Ferrari, I can scoot back and I can tuck in really nicely here. So it actually fits pretty well. It's actually surprising how well the bike is laid out size-wise, because yes, we've got the 125cc engine. Nobody's going to get on this thing and expect it to go fast. Nobody gets on a Grom and expects to go fast on it. But with a Grom, some people aren't going to be able to fit. Also, a Grom costs like more than $1,000 more than this thing. But here, you can be a taller rider. Like, you got to see when my legs are tucked in. I've got plenty of space, so even a taller rider is going to be able to fit on this thing, which is absolutely incredible. Something to note, it is a carbureted motorcycle. You guys will notice we have a choke up here. So it is, that is something to keep in mind. That Ferrari was like, what? Shifting, I mean, you get a tactile feel, I gotta be honest, but you do have to hit that shifter pretty hard to get going. So as far as throttle response, I gotta be honest, guys, I'm surprised if I mean, granted, you gotta rev the hell out of it, but if you do, the bike will actually get going. And the game to play with this bike is very similar to the game I've told you guys with the R3. It's a 300cc motorcycle, but if you get that momentum going, you are on a super lightweight motorcycle that can just flick around. That same process is going to be here. It's a 125, guys. It weighs nothing. It somehow weighs less than nothing. Like, this is just effortless. Oh my god. As you guys can see, it is a 125. This thing is really meant for city riding, and here in the city, I can keep up with traffic no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, we have the highway coming up, and I don't know if I should get on it or not. I don't even think it's legal for us to put a 125cc bike on the highway. But here in the city, I can literally pin the throttle left and right, and I'm not speeding. I'm not like doing crazy illegal things, yet I get to ride wide open throttle to wide open throttle. It is it is more fun than it has any business being, honestly. Look at that. You keep that momentum up and you can just drift through traffic, man. I will say, when we get up at about, 8,000 RPMs in fourth gear, we're on city streets, the bike does start vibrating, like right there. 8,000 and up, you are going to be vibrating a lot. But keep something in mind, guys. The break-in period for these things, I think the Venom guys told me, was 500 to 600 miles. So that could be what causes the vibration, but it's probably not. The bike's just going to vibrate at high RPMs. We are talking about an $1,800 motorcycle. Side note also, Venom gave me a coupon code to give you guys that works on anything on their website. So if you guys are watching this video, you get to the end of this video and you're like, you know what? That looks like something I want to pick up. We can actually save you a couple dollars on it, but I mean, it's $1,800, dude. You're talking about play money, you know? As far as buying a vehicle goes, you're talking about play money for a street legal vehicle. Forks do seem a little soft. As you guys can tell, I can barely give it brakes, and it just, oh, there we go. Barely giving it brakes, the forks just dive in, which is not ideal. It does allow for a kind of smooth ride, though, but you're not going to get a ton of feedback from the road with such soft forks. And I want to be clear, guys. I'm judging this thing just in general, but I want you guys to keep in mind, you know, as all with our first rides, we judge the vehicle for the class that it's in. I'm not going to jump on a R3 and judge its acceleration to a Panigale V2. You know, that doesn't make sense. So I'm judging this thing for a 125. So when I say that the suspension is a little soft, is the suspension anything close to maybe a full set of Öhlins you can get? Absolutely not. But is it going to hinder the riding ability of this motorcycle? No. You are still going to be able to jump on this thing and have a freaking ball. Luke, one of the other Wrecked by Caribou Garage team members, he rode this thing to Mountain so that I could have this first ride, first experience with you guys. I have never seen that man laugh and giggle so much, and he rides a Ducati Monster 1200R on the daily, and he's on this thing having a ball. So I don't know, man. I'm just impressed at the Venom X22 itself, but also motorcycling in general. All right, we got a turn coming up, baby. Ow, let's do it. Let's full speed, let's full tuck and go through this bit. Look at that, we are vibrating like hell, and I don't give a shit. Oh my goodness. Yes. Rear brake, not bad. Rear brakes actually coming in clutch. I'm surprised with the brakes, which is good. You know, I don't want to be reviewing a motorcycle that you guys are going to take out on the road and then you can't brake with this thing. City traffic, and I get to just pin it, baby. I am on race mode. And I'm not even speeding that bad. That's the amazing part. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the clutch for a second. Clutch is a really strong pull to get that thing going. It's also not adjustable, and you cannot keep your fingers on the grip. I really, when I shift, I like pulling the clutch in with just 2 fingers. You're not able to do that on this. Now, potentially you could adjust the clutch cable. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd have to look into that. All right, boys, this is our moment. Do we take the 125 on the highway? Shit. Let me look at the highway. Oh my God, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. We're gonna have to turn around. Hey, I can't do that highway. This thing would not work. So let's warp to where I'm going to come out of the highway to stay safe. All right, guys, we made it past the highway. Look, that's the big turn we always take. Now, during our camera car run, we actually did do a run on the highway with this thing, and that's why we did not do it for this video, at least here on the GoPro segment. And I'm gonna tell you why. This motorcycle, one, like I told you guys earlier, is not even legally allowed to go on the highway. The max speed we could get it to, I think it was like 65, and that is not fast enough for the highways here in America. And I was riding behind the camera car the whole time. Also, to get up to as close to highway speed as we could, to get it to 65, guys, I was at 11,500, and it redlines at 11. So, for one, shouldn't run a motorcycle in its red line for that period of time. 2, we haven't even broken it in yet. So, for a lot of reasons, we're not going to go back on the highway because it's sketch as hell. If you're looking into this motorcycle, just know, if you had to go like maybe 1 or 2 exits, you could probably get away with it if it's not a lot of traffic. But I don't recommend you guys taking this thing on the highway. That being said, here on city streets, it does totally fine. I will say we're going almost 60 at 9,000 RPMs. This thing is shaking. And that's one of the things you guys are going to have to accept that are looking into this motorcycle. It's $1,800. You are not getting fit, finish, and polish like you would with a big four Japanese bike. You are getting what you pay for, but it's incredible what you can get for $1,800, and I think it speaks more for motorcycling in general than anything. So speaking about the $1,800, one of the things that I believe this vehicle is very similar to other bikes you can get on like Amazon, but one of the main differences in going with Venom versus those other Amazon companies is, one, you're actually ordering it from a company, you know they have an actual website and all this kind of shit. They're not just trying to sell you stuff on Amazon, but these guys actually have a parts replacement warranty that comes on their bikes. So if anything does go wrong, I know a lot of you guys are probably, if you're looking into something like this, you're probably worried that it's going to fall apart on you. Well, if you order from Venom, you're actually going to be able to have a parts warranty. They have a phone number that you can call to talk with a tech professional to help you put it together if you have issues. And you get all that for going through an actual company, not on Amazon. Now, I haven't looked into the Amazon places. We haven't ordered any of those bikes. But the fact that you can actually order from a real company is a big deal. Look at this. Anything over 8,000, dude. Shaky Mick Shakerson. Again, though, it doesn't matter, because if there's anything that this Venom is teaching me, it is making me realize that what you need on a motorcycle is very few things. You need 2 wheels, a throttle that'll make you go that way when you twist it, and you need something to slow you down. If you have those things combined into a vehicle with 2 wheels that you sit on top of, you have the recipe for fun. It does not matter how much it costs. It does not matter if it has a quick shifter, what colors it comes in, what the horsepower and torque is. All of those things just kind of bleed away once you start riding, and you will be shocked how much fun you can have on a little 125cc full-sized motorcycle. I promise you, you guys will not expect the amount of fun you can have on this motorcycle. It's, looking at the controls real quick, we've got big buttons. They are actually tactile. You guys can hear them. These buttons are better than you get on a lot of the big 4 bikes. You know, a lot of those bikes have little kind of just mushy buttons like marshmallows. Not here, dude. Not on the X22. Dude, I can't believe this thing exists. I love it. Running red lights on the Venom, baby. Woo! Killing it. Yeah, I'll tell you guys one thing. If you've never ridden a slow bike fast, you really need to experience that, because I don't care what bike you ride. If it's a fast bike and your experience level doesn't let you ride it fast, you will have more fun riding the piss out of a Venom X22 than you will just puttering a Panigale around town. You can ride everywhere like you're in the freaking Isle of Man, and you are barely speeding. What is life? Are you kidding me? Watch this. All right, we're in first gear. Let's just peg it. Look at this. All the way pegged. We are racetrack shifting. Leaning it over, shifting quickly. I have still got the throttle pegged. We are going for it. What? I'm not going to let it go. We're full send into this turn. I don't even have RPMs anymore. What? Oh no. Oh my gosh. I mean, like I needed them. But we lost the RPMs, my guy. Oh no. Oh my god, I don't even care. That's the crazy thing. I don't even care. Here's the thing that the Venom has made me realize. Guys, y'all know that I do first rides of all types of motorcycles. I basically get to ride everything under the sun. And the fact that I can be on this bike right now and be having a good time is, I think that says everything that it possibly could about this motorcycle. Yes, it's nice having up and down quick shifters. It's nice having a speedometer. I don't know what that's going on. That cable must have came undone or something. It's nice to have all of those things. But motorcycling at its core, if you enjoy motorcycling, you will enjoy anything you ride. This is a perfect example of that. I don't care that it shakes. I don't care that it doesn't have this high level of polish, because I don't expect that shit. This thing costs $1,800. I expect an $1,800 motorcycle. Actually, if I'm going to be really honest, when Venom reached out and they wanted us to do a video on this bike, I was like, you know what? Sure. Let's get it. Let's ride it around, and I will be shocked if it actually makes our first ride around. And now, having gone through 3/4 of it, I am shocked at how much better this motorcycle is than I thought it was. I feel like I owe this motorcycle an apology, because I was like, I'm gonna get halfway through my first ride route and this thing's gonna fall to pieces. Nope. Every one of the guys and I have ridden 63 miles and dogged the hell out of this bike because we think it will. And it is holding up to all the abuse, and we're not even letting it break in, which is something we totally should have done. But it is far exceeding my expectations, the ride on this motorcycle. I love motorcycling, and if you love motorcycling, you don't care. At the end of the day, you're here to be out in the environment on two wheels, and this thing gives it to you in one of the most cost-effective packages out there. Alright guys, we're coming up to our little pull-in spot. We're going to pull off and take a look at this bike, because I gotta say, I really think that for how much it costs, you actually get a cool-looking bike. Oh my god, I love motorcycles, dude. I don't care anything about any of them. I just love them in general. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, let's get the old Venom parked up here. Alright guys, 2020 Venom Motorsports X22. Look what you get for $1,800, dude. You get a little super sport. And we've had this conversation before. People that don't ride have no idea what bikes are. They're going to see the size of this, and you know what they're going to think it is? A motorcycle, because that's exactly what it is. Look at that. You got the stealth exhaust. By the way, I can tell you guys, after spending some time on this, the guys and I have already decided. We contacted Venom and we're like, dude, give us all the upgrades you guys have for this. We are going to be installing every upgrade they have on this X22. So if you're excited like me, power to you. We got grab handles for our passengers, which is awesome. It also helps you move it around, but it being a 125cc super light, doesn't matter. We got a whole blacked out situation, which is, it's stealth, man. I don't think it's the coolest looking bike ever made, but for the most easy, cost-effective motorcycle you can buy, dude, it honestly doesn't look bad. And I know you guys are in the comments are probably eating it alive. You have to judge these things for the segment they're in. You can't compare this to an R3, because an R3 costs twice as much as this. You could have two of these. You could get this and another one for your buddy for the price that an R3 would cost. If you guys are noticing this is just, we didn't take the windscreen off when we were taking all the plastic off. That's what that is. So guys, like every bike, we doing that Instagram. So follow us over at C2WPics. Alright guys, let's get that photo for Instagram. Look at it. Oh, you get it, Venom. You get it, son. Oh my god, it's so hilarious. Alright guys, let me know what you think of the looks down in the comments down below. I am interested at y'all's thoughts on it. I actually like the stealth, dude. I dig it. I'd probably take the passenger pegs off and I would leave that on, honestly. I don't care enough. Oh, good times. Oh, it also has a center stand. Here, I'll show you guys. So if you guys don't know what a center stand is, this little guy, and then you just rock it back. Look at that. Center stand. How many small CC bikes you know that have center stands? I don't know many. All right, and then you just roll it forward. Ugh, and you're off the center stand. Oh, let's see if this fixes the tack. It probably didn't, because I'm imagining something. I'm imagining something like a cable came loose. All right, boys and girls, let's get this thing going. Finished up at least. Yeah, the guys and I, when we get the bike back into the shop, we're gonna have to figure out what cable came loose for the sensor, for the speed sensor. So guys, at the end of the day, who is the X22 for? Honestly, at $1,800, I cannot think of a better motorcycle for somebody who has a younger brother, a girlfriend that thinks they might want to ride. If you think you might want to ride, but you don't know, I can assure you, buying this motorcycle and riding it is going to give you all of the motorcycle feels. If you get on this and ride it around and you enjoy it, you will enjoy motorcycling. If you ride this and you don't enjoy it, you probably don't enjoy motorcycling. I have been riding for over a decade. I have ridden bikes that cost more than my car. I can tell you that I have enjoyed every second on this motorcycle. Does it have a lot of fit and polish? Are you going to be looking at this or an R3? Absolutely not, right? Those are two different categories. Both are small motorcycles with a small engine that you can ride the heck out of. And the rule, it is better to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. Guys, these are words I want you to live by. Now, I think if you already have a motorcycle and you want the feeling of having a bike that you can own and you can ride the absolute piss out of, this is what you get, man. I am so surprised at how hilariously fun this is. I don't know why. I can't even tell you guys why it's so fun. But having a motorcycle that truly, you can ride this like you're in the MotoGP here on city streets, and at the end of the day, if something happens and it falls over or you go down on it, as long as you're okay, you don't really have to care because it's $1,800. Now, another thing that I absolutely love about this motorcycle is it drops the barrier of entry for people to get on two wheels. There are a lot of people out there. I was in the situation where for my first bike, I got a job specifically to save money up to buy it. Had I known this was an option, I would have been riding 6 months to a year before I actually was, because I had to save up so much money to get a used 650. And Venom also makes way more bikes than the X22. So I gotta say, overall, I am really happy that this bike exists in this market. The guys and I have all ridden it. We are ecstatically excited about the modifications we can make to this. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed so that you can see what mods we put on this bike. And I gotta be honest, guys, I'm gonna be talking with Venom. I'm gonna see what other bikes we can get, because this, I feel like, is the tip of the iceberg for this new class of motorcycles that is ridiculously affordable and ridiculously fun. I love talking about price for fun factor. That's one of the reasons I ride a MT10. That bike, the amount of fun you can have on that bike for the price is unheard of. This bike is one of those bikes that falls into that class. For the amount of fun you can get out of it, it does not cost that much. But anyways, guys, before this bike blows up for me riding it over 8,000 RPMs, I am Chase on Two Wheels. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for riding around with me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you enjoy motorcycle content, I implore you to hit that subscribe button, because we make a ton of motorcycle content here on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel. I will see you guys on the next one. Outro crew, now that you know the dollar for fun factor of this X22, would you be willing to drop 1,800 bucks for what would essentially be a play around motorcycle? A bike that you do not have to take seriously and somehow can still have a ridiculously fun time on for only for less than $2,000. Shocking. I'm blown away. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure to put OC in your comments. And guys, outro crew, you know, I love you a long time. Later.